Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Wolfpack Plays. Today we're picking back up in Breath of the Wild. We just did the last shrine in the last episode, the last shrine of the Great Plateau. The old man said basically it's time for him to tell us all his secrets, and I'm really intrigued to find out if he really is the King of Hyrule. Is he really the King of Hyrule? I guess we're gonna find out if he's the King of Hyrule. Calling it right now, he's the King of Hyrule, thinking he's the King of Hyrule. I don't know about you, but I think he's the King of Hyrule. I don't know about you, but I think he's the King of Hyrule. But, either way, he said that we need to open up our map and find where all of these lines, draw a line from each of the shrines to all the other shrines, and where would they intersect? And it looks like they all intersect at the Temple of Time, so I put a pin there. Let's go ahead. Let's skedaddle on down there now. Let's just get our little warpy on and travel on down there. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so I have us coming down at the Shrine of Resurrection. I figure it's the closest place to the Temple of Time, or the closest warp location to the Temple of Time. So that's where I brought us to, and I think it's might be a little bit fitting to, start this little section of the game where we began, coming out of this. Looking out over all of Hyrule, looking out over this great plateau, taking it all in, seeing all the sights. So, as we run down here, it'll be interesting also to see, it looks like the campfire's gone out. Something I did notice is that this dude was everywhere. He was, like, omnipresent on this plateau. He was there at that campfire, he was up at the top of the tower, he was at the hunter's camp, he was at his logging location. He was legit everywhere. Like, apple! Yeah. He was just everywhere. Like, where if I warped to any one of those locations, he would pick up. Oh, I can pick these up. No, I didn't notice that. Huh. Oh, there's no. Take on it, lizard. I wanted the lizard. Oh, and as dawn approaches, we make our way to the Temple of Time. Whoa, what on earth? It's all glowy. It's all glowy. It's so pretty. Why is it so pretty? Why is it so pretty? Okay, I guess I'll just pray right here. I'll just do that thing. Just do that pray thing. Do that prelude. Gonna pray tell. Would you tell me? Would you tell me, statue? Pray tell. You who have conquered the I'm gonna do this in the old man's voice because I'm assuming it's the old man saying this. You who have conquered the shrines and claimed the spirit orbs, I can offer you great power. It appears you have claimed 4 spirit orbs. In exchange of 4 spirit orbs, I will amplify your being. So tell me, what is it that you desire? Heart container, stamina vessel, never mind. Heart container, 100%. You wish for the heart container, yes? Yes, I shall grant you the power you seek. Ooh, pretty! That's so big and weird looking for just randomly appearing. Heart container! Your life force has been strengthened, increasing your maximum number of hearts by 1. Boop! I got one. Go and bring peace to Hyrule. Okay. Oh, so that wasn't him. That was somebody else. Derp. Where are you? The blessing of the goddess has made you that much more resilient, I see. Here I am. Get up here, quickly. Oh gosh, so he's up on the roof. Why does he want me on the roof? Maybe to teach me how to use the paraglider, I guess. That's the only thing I can think of. Oh, hang on, is this a... Oh, there's totally a ladder. I never even noticed that was there. Ha! That's funny. I ran around this thing like 6 or 7 times, and I never even noticed that there was a ladder here. That's hilarious. Okay, where are you at, old man? Where are you at? Let me get up here real quick. Let me just climb this. Oh, he's way up in the bell tower. Okay, he's got all the little glowy flamies around him too. So guess we'll see what's going on here. Guess we'll see what's going on here.
Well done.
Oh, it's voiced.
Young one. Now then, the time has come to show you who I truly am.
Really wasn't.
I was King.
Oh!
was
I called
the
it!
last leader
I
of
called it!
Hyrule.
I'm really intrigued to find out if he really is the king of Hyrule. Calling it right now. This guy's the king of Hyrule. Right now, you're seeing it how. He's the king of Hyrule. He's the king of Hyrule. He's the king of Hyrule.
A kingdom which no longer exists.
I called it! He was the king! King Rowe, the last king of Hyrule. I called it!
The Great Calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path, lo, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me. I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened.
Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready.
100
I'm so
years
ready.
ago.
I don't think you're ready. I think I'm ready. Let's do this, Wolfpack. Ow!
To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age-long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy.
Okay.
The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors.
Okay.
These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously. This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land.
Okay.
We also learned of a princess with a sacred
Wow.
power.
She
and her
ugly.
appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. It was they who sealed Ganon away using the power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But nay. Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining.
Oh gosh. So it's Ganon that controls the Guardians.
He appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the divine beasts, and turned them against
All the big
us.
machinations that they found.
The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight, gravely wounded, collapsed while defending the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon. However, the princess survived to face Ganon
Oh gosh.
alone.
Bad idea.
Link, you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
Oh dang, girl. Oh dang.
That princess was my own daughter, my dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That night was none other than you, Link.
Oh gosh.
You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then, you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda
it's 100 years
herself.
later.
Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle,
It's 100
she
years
calls
later.
out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am
Don't
powerless
look like it.
here.
You got a bunch of fire around you.
You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the elder IMPA. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
That's a long way. Go on, here is the paraglider, just as I promised. Alright, sweet! An item that you receive from the king on the Great Plateau. It allows you to sail through the sky. Press X while you're in the air to use it. Yeah! Isolated plateau. Complete. With that, you should be able to safely fly off the cliffs surrounding this area. And I think that's it. I've told you everything I can. Link, you must save Hyrule. Aww. Buddy. Main quest. Destroy Ganon. And seek out IMPA. Oh, gosh. Let's see what's in here, too. Soldier's bow. Oh, geez, it's so much stronger. Jeez, oh, Pete's. Let's just go ahead and equip that bad boy. Heck yeah. Kidding? I want that thing. Boom. So much better. And let's try out this paraglider real quick. So we jump and press X. And I remember reading somewhere that this took stamina to use in the glide. But I don't know how much stamina it takes. It doesn't look like it takes too much. About as much as climbing. So I'm really hoping that this glide off of the top of this freaking plateau isn't going to end up me dropping super far and just getting, like, knocked out. But I don't think they designed the game out. Oh, gosh. Alright, guys. Let's take the plunge. We're almost there. I think it's about time for this episode to end. I'm sorry, guys. It's 15 minutes. Our 15 minutes are up. I love you guys. I'm sorry to do this to you, but I gotta keep this to a strict timeline. So at the beginning of the next episode, we're gonna glide down. We're gonna start the next chapter of our adventure. But I will hope you guys enjoyed it. What a mind-blowing episode, right? Calamity Ganon, that Link is the soldier, and I'm telling you, that cutscene affirms even more that this is the sequel to Twilight Princess, and I'll tell you why. The Zoras if you follow Hyrule Historia and you follow how the evolution of the Zoras in both the Downfall timeline where Link dies and in the adult timeline where there's Wind Waker and Spirit Tracks and all that, the Zoras actually eventually evolve into the Ruto, I think they're called, the flying bird people, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but that's what happens in the adult timeline, is they eventually, like, become bird people. And in the Downfall timeline, they become a whole lot more, like, lizardy looking, and they're sleek dolphin-y forms like they are in Ocarina of Time and in Majora's Mask. And the only timeline where they are that way is in the child timeline. And it's in the child timeline that Twilight Princess takes place. And if you remember, we have to try and rescue the Prince Zora, except he's already dead, I think. But you can remember seeing that the Zoras looked pretty much like further evolved versions of the Ocarina of Time Zoras. And in that cutscene, it showed different members of the different races or clans of Hyrule. One of them was a Zora, and he looked a heck of a lot like the ones from Twilight Princess. Further evidence that I am right! But either way, if you liked this episode, go ahead and hit that like button and share it with your friends if you dig it. If you want to join our Wolfpack, you are more than welcome. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and you're in. And I will see you as we glide on down into Hyrule in the next episode of Wolfpack Plays. Ow, ow!